Now the next pages I would like to start setting up are my services pages. And these pages are obviously going to be very important to our overall ranking, as we're likely going to be attempting to rank for our service and location pages. This particular business has multiple services, but they are all provided within one specific geographical area. So I will be creating one page for every single service that the business has. So for instance, we are going to start off by creating a landscaping page. Now I've created my content already, and here I have created the URL that I would like to use, the page title, and then of course the content in the page. So I'm going to go ahead and copy my title. Now I'm going to want to make sure that the title here is going to be included within a header 1 tag, which looks like this in the code, H1, and then the closing H1 tag, and I would put my title in between. Now that is going to tell Google what this page is about. So they will know this particular page is specifically about landscaping in Centerville. And we want all of the content, of course, to support that title, which we're going to do. So now we have our keyword in the title, and again we're going to make sure we're including that in the header tag. Next we want to make sure that we are including the keyword in the title right here. So you'll be able to edit this, and I'll go back to my page and I'm just basically going to take out the word in and just have landscaping Centerville Virginia. And that is going to be the URL. So obviously when I launch this website, this URL is going to change to livelawnandprosper.com/landscaping Centerville VA. That will be a nicely optimized URL. Next, I'm going to go ahead and copy my content. Now for the content, for each page, you do not want to appear to Google that you have what they call thin content. That means you basically created just a page, you've put very little information on there. It's not going to be useful to the visitor. It's not enough content to really describe what the page is about, what the service is about, and they can give you a thin content penalty. So to avoid this, I like to have at least 300 words on a page. If you are doing blog posts or things like that, you can certainly get 500 words, 1,000 words. It's easier to get longer pages. But for services pages, I like to get to at least 300 words, if not even around 500 is great. So for the content that we have right now, this is coming out to 361 words. So that's a pretty good place to start. So I can go ahead and paste that in. Now within the first paragraph you want to try and include your keyword or words that are as close to your keyword as possible. And here you'll see that I also link several related services that the business provides as well. I again mentioned that we are in Centerville. We talk about lawn again. Now, one thing to remember here is that Google is looking for relevant words. They are getting very, very smart. They understand that the word lawn is very similar to the word yard, and they can put that together and help you rank for specific keywords. So I don't have to just use landscaping Centerville, landscaping Centerville, landscaping Centerville. First, that's going to get a little bit annoying for the reader. It's not going to be easy for them to read. It's going to sound like I'm just repeating myself, and I pretty much would be just for SEO purposes, but I don't need to do that to rank. So I've also included some other related keywords like yard maintenance. I've put landscaping again down here. Landscaping plans. But again, this is optimized for Centerville, so Google is going to be able to put 2 and 2 together. Now what I'm going to do is, since I do mention other keywords here, other services, for example, lawn mowing, I'm going to highlight that, and I will actually end up linking that to the lawn mowing page when we create it. Because again, we talked about this internal linking structure. This is a perfect natural way to link to that page. So here we're saying our full service Centerville landscaping services include lawn mowing, pruning, weeding, etc. So I can easily link those to those other service pages. It would be very natural, and that would be helpful if somebody's reading landscaping and say, oh no, I just want lawn mowing, for them to be able to click and go through to that. So that's something else to keep in mind. Now, one thing that you'll notice in here is that something that I do to break up the content a little bit, I add in this ordered list, this numbered list here. That way it just breaks up the content a bit. Google likes to see that we break up the content just a little bit into either different headers, or we use bullet points or numbered lists. We can insert images, we can insert videos, anything to break up the content a little bit easier and make the visitor be able to more easily digest the information. So the only other thing I'm going to want to add to this particular page is an image, and we're going to talk about optimizing the images here very shortly, and I will wait to show you what I would do to images before I add them to this particular page. So in the meantime, I'll go ahead and save that, and then we'll revisit this in a few minutes. What I'm going to do now is add another page, and we are going to create a page now for lawn mowing. So I'm going to go ahead again, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to add in my title. Once I click past that, it's going to let me change my URL. All I'm going to do is remove the in, and I will again copy the content. Now there's just one thing that I want to point out that's a little bit different here. I also have a bulleted list to help break up the content a little bit. Now what I'm also going to do is include a YouTube video from this business's YouTube channel. So I go into the code here, and I'm just going to paste the embed code that I got from YouTube and post that there. So now when we publish this particular page, we'll be able to see this nice video from YouTube. So of course Google owns YouTube. This really can help give the site a boost as well, and it can even give the video a boost in rankings as well. So that really helps complete this page as well. But as I create additional pages, I'll go back and see if I can incorporate some additional keywords and link them to continue building my internal linking structure. So here shortly we're going to take a look at what I do specifically for local videos and for local images to help give them an additional boost as well.